The title of this video probably shocked you if you've been watching me for the past 2 years since 2023. So what if Jordan sneakers are $250 retail in the future? So what? Now walk with me a bit, because I don't think that's the worst thing inherently, although I'm sure you wouldn't think I'd have this stance simply because in 2025 I haven't spent more than $110 retail personally on any sneaker. Jordan Retro's hitting $220 for non-collaborations and inching closer and closer to the $250 mark or higher for collaborations isn't chump change. I think we can at least rationally say it's okay for consumers to express that, because if you are following the actual real sneakerhead mentality, or there's this assumption that, hey, you need to chase every must-have pair, especially if it has a lot of hype behind it, then you would be paying this amount monthly or even a few times a month, because again, it's pretty customary to buy 2 to 5 sneakers a month in this game. Respectfully, some consumers have already reached their limit when it comes to certain models, and they're no longer willing to pay the retail price. It can be for any number of reasons. One maybe being they haven't seen an evolution in the tech from the 80s and 90s in retros, and also maybe they've just chosen to pivot at this age and time in their life. And like my recent video stated, you have the permission to pivot from yourself, not from everyone else around you, so be prepared for some mixed emotions, but always pivot into whatever is true to you. Everyone has a price they're willing to pay for a good or service for factors relative only to them, not to you. The brand's job and goal is to entice those consumers who are emotionally vested enough that they don't care the price, they're going to pay it. And guess what? Someone is always willing to pay the price by choice, because it's never by force. Whether you pay the price or not is 1000% up to you. So it truthfully shouldn't matter if someone else isn't willing to pay the price that you are. I mean, fashion is subjective, right? The choice is yours, free will, that is a real thing within this world. Let's look at the example of the undefeated Air Jordan 4. Right, in 2005 to 99.9% of consumers interested in the sneaker, it wasn't really an accessible option. Fast forward to 2025, people have an actual chance to secure the pair. And a lot of people have done that, which I'm beyond happy for them. And you can easily understand why that $250 plus price point is worth it to them with this current accessibility. And shout out to all of you for your family, friends, and loved ones for helping you hit on the EQL raffle to secure your W. Here's an example. Let's say you valued the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement enough to have paid the $220 retail price. And if you recall, I made a video regarding the prices rising last year. Let's take a quick look at that. The Air Jordan 3 Retro Black Cement, set to drop this year in 2024, will retail at a price of $220. What in the hell will collaborations cost on a retro if we're already at $220 for a basic GR? But there won't be anything that's over the top special other than it being an Air Jordan 3, but they're going to charge you $220, which begs the question, what will a collaboration go for? Like, looking ahead, will a basic collaboration by default be $240, $250? I mean, you have a whole other brand and business coming into the mix with a collaboration. Their branding is 50% on the shoe. Something has to be made in there for them. And I mean, are you as a consumer, is that what you want to do? I'm just gonna, okay. You as a consumer, do you want to pay like $240, $250 by default for a collaboration? I just don't see a lot of consumers wanting to venture down that road. I don't personally. In the same sense, someone else may value the Nike Pegasus Premium, a brand new silhouette in 2025, more at the same $220 retail price. Here's another example. You value the 2025 undefeated Air Jordan 4 Retro enough to pay the $250 plus the $5.99 fee, because that's what everyone paid minimum when it came to winning the EQL raffle. Maybe you value that shoe enough where that price, it was nothing for you. On the flip side, someone could value the Nike Vaporfly more, that's priced at $270. Or they could even value the New Balance 991 V2 made in England, which has a retail price of $274.99. And guess what? Someone may value something even higher in retail price than all the pairs I just listed, even those that retail for $275, like the Meta Ray-Ban glasses in the Wayfair style I purchased this past weekend for $299 retail, which amounted to $319 with tax. I'm excited to use these on a consistent basis, not only to add a different POV to my content, but to go ahead and explore, maybe going to my favorite store, showing you how I may put a fit together within that store, but then also enjoying these at live events, whether it be related to sports or just experiencing different things. So please stay tuned because you will certainly see different content added based on the addition of the Meta Ray-Ban glasses. And I'm so excited simply because I've seen some of my favorite content creators post content recently with these on Instagram during trips or just styling, and let me tell you, I really appreciated that. It really helped confirm, like, yes, I'm excited to see what I can now do with these. So yeah, everyone's willing to pay a price for something they value. End of the day, you pay what you're willing to pay as a consumer. I mean, in the last 5 years, I was willing to pay more than $600 twice for sneakers. In 2025, I'm simply no longer willing to do that. That's my choice, and that's okay. It would take a considerable drop in demand for sneaker brands to choose to lower their prices. And as long as consumers are willing to pay, which so many are, they'll continue to raise those prices. That's capitalism. So, at the end of the day, please remember, they're just sneakers. No one cares. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Go ahead, just comment your thoughts below. Please be sure to check out my video on how I choose to style the Evo SL by Adidas in a lifestyle manner 4 different ways. And as always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.